Hey guys, I'm here with My Little Scrapbook Store. Check out the links below to get the products that I used in this video. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, I wanted to come on and show you what I'm doing, and it's a little bit of mixed media fun, and kind of show you how I'm going to use, well, I'm going to prep this now. I'm going to do this video now, and then I will show you how I incorporate it into a layout. So I wanted to practice first to make sure my idea was going to work, and I love how it turned out. So now I'm going to show you how I did this. So this is a frame stamp. Super old wooden stamp like this. I actually took it off of here because I couldn't get a good impression. As you can see, I was practicing back here, but I couldn't get a good impression, so I took it off of the stamp, or off of the block, and I used my Misty to work with it and get what I wanted. Now, what I'm doing is I am going to use all of my fun pastes. Most of these are Picket Fence paper glazes, and I'm going to use those and fill in the insides of all of these boxes, basically frames that I've got here. So I'm going to use some painter's tape. And you don't see me doing this, but I'm kind of putting the tape on and off onto my pants before I did this wrong. Before I put it on here to make it a little less sticky, just so that it doesn't tear up the paper or anything. Now I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to spray it with my Pixie Spray, because I'm using these glazes and they're not super heavy weight. So because they're not super heavy weight, I want to make sure that I get a good seal with my stencil and that it doesn't like leak underneath. So that's why I'm going to use my Pixie Spray. But right now I'm just showing you how I'm framing off my frames here. Now, you could do these with like frames that you have in your stash. You could just cut a square piece of paper and then use a frame from your stash and like a paper frame or whatever. Or if you have one of those We Are Memory Keeper frame makers, which I do have those too, you could use that. Lots of fun things that you can do. So let me give this a spray of Pixie Spray here. This has to sit for just a second. So let's go ahead. I picked out a few stencils. So let's go ahead and use some of these. How about this one here? And we'll go ahead and just tape some of these down, get them pre-sprayed so that we can get the rest of this going. So I'm thinking about starting just a little, it'll probably be more of a mini series on my channel where I'm going to use a mixed media product once a week, and I'm going to show you how to use that mixed media product. So for instance, today we've got the glazes, Picket Fence glazes. Now, there's more ways to use the glazes than what I'm doing now. But what I'm thinking about doing is doing a little, like I said, mini series where I might not make a layout right away with those items, but I will make something that will be used on a layout for a future video. So I might make a background, or I might make some tags, or something like that, or some embellishments, but it would be using mixed media. So for instance, it would be using texture paste, or Vicki Boutin crayons, or mists or distress oxides or, gosh, you know, there's so many different things. The distress crayons by Tim Holtz. So many different things that we can play with that some of us are not playing with because we don't even really know how to get started. So this is where it's kind of just more of a playtime. Not necessarily is it like a start to finish project, if that makes sense. Where was I going to put this one? I thought I was going to put that on here. You know what? I totally just taped that one wrong. But that's okay. I can retape it. Not a big deal. So, but I do want to tape this one back on here where it was. And I'm sorry about my dog. She thinks my son is home. And he's not home. I'm going to move this. So she thinks my son is home and that he is going to, he's gonna let her in his room, and he's not even home. So I'm gonna shut my door. No barking. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So I just got these Nuvo little spatulas from Michelle. Oh my goodness, I love these. Now I got this down with Pixie Spray. So this should not seep under at all, but this is thicker than the Glaze. So, oh, look how pretty this is. This is the Nuvo Glacier Paste in Mambo Melon. So we're going to just go over this, and I'm just going to go right, do this whole square. I can get it on the tape if I want, because this is a new stencil, and Michelle has these in her shop. This is the from the Buenos Dias collection. I'm not sure who actually makes that collection, but that is where the stencil is from. And then she does carry the Glacier Paste, which are amazing. You know what? I noticed I want this to be a little bit thicker in some of these areas. So if you scrape too much, you kind of lose a little bit of the aha of it. So I want this to go on a little bit thicker than maybe I would have for some other things. Now I'm gonna lift this up. I just need to lift this up. Oh, look at that, you guys. That is so awesome. Now, see where I went over on the frame there? I'm going to take my little, this is from Cricut. It's an old Cricut tool. And I'm just going to scrape that off. It's okay if it's on there, really. It's not the end of the world. I wish it was cleaner, but it's okay. I mean, I'm still going to use this. So look at how amazing that looks. And then here is the other one that I did. So I'm going to move this one over to dry. I want to get this glitter paste off of my stencil really quickly. So I've just got it over here. I'm going to wipe it down with a baby wipe. And you know what? This glitter stuff, it's going to kind of stay on your stencil. But seriously, don't worry about it. It's not going to affect anything else. It'll end up drying and it won't come off on any other projects. So I'm going to move that up over here because we're done with that stencil. And now I'm going to do this one over here. And I accidentally ran this off of the edge, but that is totally okay. Now I'm taking this tape off because I was a dodo bird and I was measuring the wrong stencil, or the wrong you know, I don't know. Do you know what I want to say? I hope you know what I want to say, but losing my mind, people. I'm losing my mind. So I'm going to put that on there. See if I can get straight. I do have Pixie Spray on this. I'm going to use this tape, but I'm just going to reposition it. So I'm covering up the black frame here, like that. I'm going to move this up because I'm afraid you might not be able to see it. So I'm going to move this up here. Okay. And this just makes it so that it stays nicely within our little framed piece. And I'm going to be able to go right off the edge on this one, but because I don't want to make a big mess, I'm going to go ahead and put a piece there. This one is, this is a Brutus Monroe product, and this was a gift to me at a retreat from a friend, and I want to use this because of the color, but this is not in the shop, and I don't even know if it's gonna work really well because, hold on one second, I know what I'm gonna do. You know these Tim Holtz mats, they're big ones, but I cut them up into pieces because I'm on my stamping mat right now, but I want to make this blue a little bit thicker. I'm going to use the Paper Glaze Enhancer. This is by Picket. It's meant to be used with the paper glaze, but I'm pretty sure you can use it with any type of media. So I'm going to take a little bit, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio when you're mixing, and then I'm going to take some of the blue and mix it up and see what we got here. I hope it stays as blue as I want. Yeah, it's staying pretty blue. But what I want to do is make sure that it's thick enough to go through that stencil because that seemed kind of thin. Okay, yep, this is like butter. Just like butter. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is so awesome. I love doing this kind of mixed media with stencils. And if you haven't watched my channel enough in my hauls, I have a definite addiction to stencils, to paste of any kind, and to thickers. So those are my addictions. Well, shoot, what am I going to do? Because I definitely do not want to waste this. You know what? Let's put it on here. I leave these little tags that I practice a little bit of mixed media on and stuff. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and lift this. And fingers crossed, it looks amazing. And let's go ahead and just add some stuff on here because why not? Don't want to waste it. You never know what I'm going to be able to use this tag for. Maybe a layout, maybe a card, maybe just like a gift tag, you know? And as a gift, would be cool too. So I leave like tags and stuff like that laying close to my desk here for this reason. If I ever like have extra mixed media stuff going on. So that's cool. I might be able to use that for something. I'm going to bring this over here and we're going to clean this off really quickly. But essentially, this is my plan, is to kind of use these little frames that I have stamped and kind of make, I guess they'll be more like, sort of like embellishments maybe, or little pattern papers, kind of. And that is what I want to do. So let's see. I was thinking I wanted to use this one, but these are all kind of big for what I've got going on there. So let's get my book of stencils out. And you can all witness my, I'm going to move them both over so I don't mess up here. But this is my little book of stencils. How about the little hearts? I'll use that one. That is a Paige Evans. This is an 8x8 scrapbook album that I just use to hold my stencils. I love how it works. These are all my newest ones back here, so I kind of want to go back here to see what I've got. I love this, but it's really not the right size. Although, if I put a big flower right in the middle of one of those smaller squares, that would work. And then there was a polka dot one here, this one. This is in one of the new Vicki Boutins. No, is it? Yes, I believe it is. Okay. Sorry for all the rambling, guys. Now, I have to be very careful because this is not dry. So I just want to be very careful that I do not lay, a stencil into that. But see this? I really think that's going to look pretty. So I'll lay it right there, right in the middle of the square. So that's how we're going to go ahead and tape it down. And why not reuse, I can reuse some of this tape too. Okay. And we'll do the Pixie Spray after. Okay. I know this is going to be kind of a long-ish video, but I may put it up as 2 separate videos. So the prep work and then making the layout with this as a separate video. So fun just to play. So down below, leave me some ideas of different mixed media products that you have in your stash that you would like to learn how to use, maybe in different ways, or you just want to get more ideas on how to use them. And I would love to do a little mini series with that. And I'd love to get some ideas from you guys. I'm going to quick give this a spray with my Pixie Spray because, like I said, with these glazes, it does make it a lot easier unless I'm going to add the can't talk, you guys. Oh, the enhancer. I'm going to put the enhancer. I don't necessarily need the Pixie Spray, but I love the Pixie Spray because it just gives me confidence that it's not going to get underneath. I'm going to line that back up with all of my edges. That looks pretty good. Let me make sure I'm in focus. I think I am. And what do you guys think? How about, this is a new color, I think. Yeah, Jade Vine. Let's try this one. And I have to go ahead and add, I do put press and seal over my tops once I have opened it and used it. I just haven't done that yet with this one. So I do need to get that done. Oh, this, I can already tell this is going to be awesome too. See, I want to make sure, can you see, like, if you over scrape, you end up not getting like that smooth texture. And see, I don't have to use this because I can put it back into the container. But if I would have mixed this with something, that's when I need something to, you know, not waste stuff with. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this one, you guys, because it's such a cute little square. Let's hope it works out. Oh my goodness. I am in love with that one. That's so awesome. Now, what I could do, which would be, let's try it, guys. I mean, what's it going to hurt, right? I've got more tags here. Let's put it on this one. I'm thinking I'm just going to go down here. And where I would normally, I'm going to do this. I'm cleaning my stencil. But it's going to make a really pretty impression, I believe, on this tag. Yeah, it's kind of squared off, obviously, because my thing was taped off, but that's okay. I don't know that I will use that for anything because I don't like the squareness, but that's why we try these little things on stuff that we don't, you know, necessarily care about. If that makes sense. That is so amazing. I am in love. Oh, that's amazing. All right, guys, I decided to go on voiceover to speed this up a little bit so that my video wouldn't be so long. So you can see I'm taking another color and another stencil, and I'm going to fill in another one of those frames. I love how this turned out so much. I am definitely going to do this again. Now, I did not have the Vicki Boutin texture paste at this time when I created this layout. So I was using other items for my stash, and I was using Picket Fence paper glaze, which I love. I love the texture of that, the sheen it gives. And Michelle has a lot of these paper glazes available in her shop, as well as the Vicki Boutin texture paste. Had I had the texture paste at the time, I probably would have also used that because I think the colors would have went really well with the collection as well. But any type of paste that you have, you could use with any of your stencils. So I'm going to cut these out, and once I get that done, I will use these as kind of embellishments or paper layers per se on my layout. Oh, you saw a quick shot of that, and I'm sorry that was so this is really choppy. I don't know what happened with my editing. I apologize. But you can see I layered those up underneath the photos as like a foundation layer instead of using pattern papers. I used the packaging from the stencils as the background layer of my photos. So that was really fun too. And this orange and black stripe paper is one of my favorites from the collection to use like as background paper. I absolutely love it. I have another sheet left, so I'm hoping, you know, I'll definitely be using it again. And these are pictures of me. We put in a raised garden in our backyard. My husband and I, brought in all the stone and everything, and that was me planting my vegetable garden. And I thought that these flowers would go perfectly. Even though it's not a flower garden, it doesn't matter. And they work perfectly with the stencils that I used as well. So this is the Color Study collection. And I love that title that says Weekend Vibe. And so that's what I'm going to use as my title. And this is going to be a super simple layout, guys, as far as embellishing, because I don't want to take away from all of that work with the texture paste. And I do not want to, you know, those embellishments are so big that you really don't need much else besides those. To kind of fill in the gap there with the Weekend Vibe title, I'm going to use some of these stickers, word stickers to go in there. One says, "You make the world more colorful." The other one says, trust your crazy ideas, and then a perfect day. And then I layered that tag under to the right of the photo. It just says, I can do all the things. So it kind of just tells a story there. Here I was going to put word strips there, but I decided against it. Maybe that's when I decided to move the word strips down to the bottom. I can't, yep, here we go. Yep, that's what I do. I'm sorry. I have there's like a little block where it says recording and I can't see everything, but here are the close-ups, guys. I hope you enjoyed this process video, and leave me a comment below if you have any questions.